Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do we have some news today? So Rocksteady just released the real ending to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So the ending that we got in the core game, that was never canon. That was never real. Throw that in the garbage. That never existed. This is the real ending. This is the ending that fans have been waiting decades to see. This is the ending that is going to wrap up years of the Arkhamverse. This is the one true ending. Fuck you, Rocksteady. Fuck you. I have a lot of issues with this ending, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump into them. So I think the thing that really annoys me and that really grinds my gears and just hurts me as an Arkhamverse fan is the Justice League members are clones. Okay. Your game is called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, not Suicide Squad Kill Clones of the Justice League. It's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I want to put emphasis on the, because in this context, the means official. This is the Justice League. These are the real members of the Justice League. There's no cloning bullshit here. This was supposed to be a game about, good versus evil. Two of the most, iconic teams in the DC universe are coming head to head. That's what this is about. There was never any cloning in mind. This was Rocksteady's get out of jail free card. This was their way to respond to the criticism and the sales and the results that came back from launch of this game, because this game flopped like a motherfucker. And they think by making the Justice League clones that, that fans will just accept it. That we will just accept this. No, you are the dumbest cunts in the world. And this is coming from someone who, I have a lot of respect for Rocksteady. They've brought us, the best Arkham games. Arkham City is still today the greatest, comic book game ever made, I'd say. And, Arkham Asylum is great. And, Arkham Knight was such a great conclusion and satisfying chapter in the Arkhamverse. So I love Rocksteady. I don't want to hate on them. But when they pull this type of bullshit on me, by literally retconning the entire existence and the entire point of your game by making them clones, I will hate you. And so, with that being said, the cloning storytelling device is the single most, cheapest and laziest tactic to bring back a character or a group of characters, because you don't need to give any explanation. You don't need to give any explanation because these aren't the real characters. They're a version of them. I hate this. They did this with Rise of Skywalker back in 2019 with bringing back Palpatine and making him a clone. And the cloning device did not go well amongst fans back then. So why on God's earth would you think that it would work in 2024, 2025? It's not good storytelling. It is just lazy front and center. There was obviously no effort. Rocksteady did not plan this game. When they launched this game day one, there was never any intention on making them clones. This was never the end game. This was never going to be the goal. They've made all of this side story bullshit, like this season pass stuff that they're doing. They've made this up, as they go along. There was never any clear vision for what they wanted to do with this game. Because basically what you've done, with this ending is there is no Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. If anything, that title is invalid now. So rename your fucking game. Rename it to what it is. Which it is not Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. But, moving on from that. The thing that really pisses me off is Kevin Conroy's Batman is still alive. A lot of people will be happy to hear this. I'm not. Because I don't buy for a second that his Batman is alive and well. Like, in my opinion, Batman died in Arkham Knight. He did not survive that game. That was a great closure to his character. It was a great closure and a great, tribute and ending to Kevin Conroy's legacy as Batman. It was a great wrap up for both Batman and Bruce Wayne's character. That ending was perfect. They should have just ended it there. So this Batman that we see in this game, that is not Batman. That is not Batman. There is not a single thing about the way Batman is portrayed in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League that is even remotely faithful to Kevin Conroy's legacy of this character. Batman's death scene is one of the most insulting things I've ever seen. Like, if I could erase that part of my memory, I would. It is insulting. Batman would not just sit there. He would not just give up and let Harley Quinn put a gun to his head and fucking shoot him. Bullshit. Kevin Conroy's Batman, he will fight till his last breath. Okay, so we have, a few members of the Suicide Squad. In the previous games, Batman has gone into a room, filled with 50 to 100 thugs. And he can clear out that type of room. He can clear out, a massive room of goons. But he cannot defeat the Suicide Squad. He has defeated all of these characters in the past. He has defeated Deadshot. He has defeated Harley Quinn. So to me, it is insulting that Batman does nothing. He has no importance. There's no significance of him being in this game. He's there purely for member berries. Like, remember Batman from Arkham City, Arkham Asylum? Two of the best games, of the century. Remember that guy? Yeah, he's in our game now. That's what it felt like. It didn't really feel like there was a story. Like, there's a couple of cool moments with his Batman. Like, I thought all of the nightmare. I thought all of the entire nightmare sequence and mission of the game. I thought that was actually really solid, and that was easily like the best part. That was the best part, of Kevin Conroy's Batman, and he gave a great performance in the game and everything. But his character is treated with people who just do not understand the character. He just gives up. I don't get it. And now you're saying that his Batman is still alive. You don't explain shit by that. There's more questions than answers by saying that this is Batman. Because one, how did he survive? How did he survive the Nightfall Protocol in Arkham Knight? Like, you can tell me that there's that whole, like, fear gas, ending, that the Batman's legacy will live on. No. Batman died in that mansion. He died fighting for what was right. He died with family. So, yeah, like this whole scene really just feels like an afterthought, and it's something they couldn't even make like a mission or some in-game content to explain this. They just had to release a cutscene. It's just this is a fuck you, I think, to everyone who played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This is a fuck you to Kevin Conroy's Batman. This is a fuck you to the Arkhamverse. So yeah, I hate this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. But I am so glad, I'm hopefully we can get another true and return to form Arkham game in the near coming future. I would love to see a Batman Arkham Origins sequel. I would love to see more of Tim Baker, and yeah, hopefully we can just get a redemption game, because this is insulting.